Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for being here. If you hang tight, we're going to open up the doors in just a minute. All right. And here we go. Katie, will you watch the screen and let me know if there's anyone who has a stagnant video so that I can turn their video off? You'll need to text me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Hello, all of you beautiful people popping into the room. It's so excited to see you today on a sunny day, at least in Washington, D.C. area, a sunny day in April as we celebrate spring today. It is going to get cold next week here, but let's enjoy it while we've got it. Welcome everybody in the room. Welcome everybody out there on Facebook Live. So glad to see you today. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song Year 2. I'm Jo Rossi, and I am so happy to be the host for today, getting to say hello to all of my favorite new family and friends in this room. Dan in Virginia, hello. Nancy in Vermont, Becky in Vancouver, Deborah in Kentucky, hello. Annie in British Columbia, and hello Jenny, nice to see you. Gay, hello, nice to see you. Trish and Carly, hello, nice to see you today, maybe new to us. Al, hello, nice to see you, already playing the backup melody for us. Hello to Susan in Ohio, Kate in Charlottesville, Sheila in Florida, hello Harriet and Kathy in Virginia, hello. And actually, can we all please do a big shout out to Kathy, who is happily yesterday learned that her cancer is in remission. Kathy, we are so excited for you. This is 3 cheers for you. Kathy's been with us since, holy cow, probably near when we started this program way back in April of 2020. Annette in California, hello. And Dennis, the host of our Ubuntu Choirs Network Week coming up starting April 12. Hello to Beth in Kentucky, and hello Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello Bob, nice to have you back with us today, and Sarah in Texas, and Anne in Maryland. Hello to Susan in Seattle, Doug in Vermont, Mabel in charge of Two Bears today, coming in from Massachusetts, hello. Hello to Lise, nice to see you today, and Bonnie in Idaho, Arlene in California, Nicola in the UK, back again for day 2, we're really glad to see you. Steve in Baltimore, Caroline in Maryland, hello to Carolyn in Idaho, and Toby in California. Wait, is it a weekend? It's not a weekend. We got Toby, she's on spring break. Maybe, yeah, all right. So Toby's a teacher and music educator, comes into this room and sings with us. Really great to see you, Toby. Hello to Lisa in Indiana, and Barb in Virginia, and Gary in Mass, and Renata in Wisconsin. Gwyn, hello. Fred from the DC Labor Chorus. Christiana and Bob. Christiana sang with us on our first day of year 2. Dick, also from the Ubuntu Choirs Network and the Getting Higher Choir. Nice to see you. He's performing next week. Jim in New York, Deli in Maryland, Nancy behind her cow in Washington State, Kevin in New Hampshire, Anne in New York, Suzanne, and lots of, hello Sandy and Jackie, and hello Busy from Carpe Diem Arts, and another Sandy, and all the folks off video today. We're so happy to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. Still more folks coming in the room. I would like to take a deep breath, actually. Let's all do that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So welcome to Thursday, or whatever today happens to be. I just want to say thank you so much for so many of you joining us again as we're here starting our 2nd year. We are excited this year for lots more partnership weeks, lots more singing, lots more music, lots more musicians that will be introduced to this year. And also super excited about the notion of doing some more outreach to folks whose lives won't change all that much as we head out of isolation. So lots more outreach to people in assisted living facilities, people who are immunocompromised, people who are not mobile, whatever it is. We want to try and find those folks and bring them into our room and continue this program in the year moving forward. And we're going to hopefully count on lots of you out there to help us bring those folks into our room and welcome them into this incredible family that we built in year 1. So I am very excited today to say, lyrics will be in the chat. My email is in the chat. All of our new links are in the chat. So we have a brand new donate link. And as per last year, all of the money donated goes directly to the performing artists who lead us in song. This program was also very much developed in order to help musicians who are out of work or will be getting lesser work through all of this struggle. Please do donate if you can. As we head into year 2, we're going to be looking for lots of ways to try and increase our impact in all ways. So thank you, everybody. And I am going to turn the floor over immediately to Kamyar Arsani, who is in the DC area, who I met through the Library of Congress Archive Challenge Week here in the Daily Antidote. So he did the Archive Challenge with the American Folklife Center at the Library of Congress, Jennifer Cutting and Steve Winnick, who host with us regularly. And we encourage all of you to do the Archive Challenge. It's open to everyone. Kamyar is a professional musician in the DC area, plays lots of instruments, is from Iran, is Persian, and speaks Farsi, and is actually going to sing with us in Farsi today. Kamyar, we're super excited to have you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's always a big honor and pleasure to be in your program. It's my favorite. I'm an old school person, so I call it my favorite radio program that I join in with video access also. So I call it my favorite radio program. But I'm honored to be here with you all, celebrate the program's 2nd year and the spring and Kathy's wonderful news of the cancer in remission is such. It is time for good news, huh? I think we heard and saw a lot that was not necessarily elevating and inspiring, but we are going to become the sun. Just like the sun is shining on us, we're gonna, without thinking twice, just shine back towards the sun and help Earth heal as we heal from last year, you know? And I appreciate you inviting me to the program. The song we're gonna sing today, it is called Bahar Delneshin. I just thought actually I'm gonna, why not type it in the chat box here to see if we all want to pronounce it together. Ta Bahar Delneshin, which means since the soothing new spring. Now the song talks about since the new spring is soothing and is sitting with us and it's not an aggressive wind coming, but it's just a change. Let's just sit with the spring and listen to the spring. So there you go. تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین. Imagine a little waltz. Dum da ga da ga dum da dum da ga da ga dum da. تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین آمده سوی چمن ای بهار آرزو بر سرم سایه فکن چون نسیم نوبهار بر آشیانم کن گذر تا که گل باران شود کامه ویران من. Now we can sing together the تا بهار دلنشین part. تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین. Now that you are helping me with the back vocals, I'm going to keep singing. So you sing. تا بهار دلنشین تا بهار دلنشین mine. Thank you for playing and singing with me. So, real quick, I'm gonna translate because I forgot to do that. Whoops, my bad. So, since the soothing spring is sitting on the fields, my spring of wishes, which is you all, come and lay your shadow on me. The new spring is calling and is passing by our house like a wind. And now that the wind is just a breeze, let's enjoy it since it will not last. Since the spring of new life has arrived, the calm of my heart, which is you all, and until the breeze of this spring is laying across our clothes, let's bring the materials out, let's eat together and become the wood of the fire, all of us. Because by this fire, we become stronger. So a message of unity in the point of just watch the spring, and nature is the teacher, and always best things to learn from a quiet teacher is the best lesson ever. Just saying. So nature is a wonderful, quiet and loud teacher at the same time. Spending time with it will remind us of our truth and not what we are hearing as sirens and the craziness outside our houses. So thank you for listening, and yeah, we can talk about the song, and I'm at your
Thank
service.
you. Kamyar, that was so beautiful. I'm sorry, did you say that we are the calm in your heart? Is that what you said? What was it?
The breeze of the new spring. I referred to you as you guys are the breeze of the new spring.
How's everybody
Yeah.
feel about being the breeze of a new spring? I don't know, that right alone is gonna get me through my day. I am a breeze of the new spring in all of your hearts and in Kamyar's heart. Yeah, that's pretty good, Kamyar. You win. You just got yourself another invite. You're gonna have to come back like in another day or two to tell us what we are when
I'm
we're the
sending
breeze
everybody
of the
hugs
spring.
right now, hugging everybody.
We could all use the hugs, right? So
Oh
let's
my god,
all hug
I
each
know.
other and let's all hug Kamyar. A big thank you to Kamyar for all of that beauty. So
Thank you.
it is spring, and it is amazing, at least where I am. And Kamyar, we were talking about the bees before, and I was wondering about spring in Iran. Can you tell us a little bit about what spring is there?
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking on the phone with my friend Bardia about 2 hours ago, and he said that, Kamyar, oh my god, there are all these bees outside my window and they're attacking the window because of the flowers. And I told him, well, yeah, obviously, because we keep messing with the flowers and nature, so they don't know where they're going, poor things. And he said, but no, it's different this year. And at that very moment on the phone, I turned to my window, and the same thing is happening, but I don't have flowers, but the bees are coming. And the idea of butterfly effect and how just little things in life can actually be webs into something beautiful and not necessarily always something scary that is unknown. So just that conversation with my friend made me feel as if there is a new change actually coming without us needing to control the direction of the wind. Just like in the yin and yang culture, there is 1,000 years of evil and 1,000 years of good because light and darkness together live, and there's always the struggle and battle to keep balanced versus one versus the other. And therefore, the idea is here to just watch as it comes and go with the flow of it, not necessarily starting or aggressively doing anything about it. Just watch and wait for the time. And the right time, when we are all called upon, then we will put our practices and learnings together. So I don't know, my friend and I didn't even get to political conversation over the phone, but generally speaking, just to shed a light on all the truth of what is happening in Iran and not necessarily what Fox or CNN try to say, is that the best way to learn about any country is just go on Instagram or WhatsApp and just find a person from that country and just say what's going on. They will tell you the truth. You don't have to listen to the media for that. So the idea is that now politically, because the sanctions are they are trying to converse over this, because we all should agree by default that the sanctions or any political hardship falls only and only upon 99% of the working poor class of each nation. The 1% rich of the government, they have bank accounts in Sweden and Switzerland. Doesn't matter to them. So I hope that we live in an earth that we don't think of borders as prisons, and we think of each other as just free birds, and how free birds need to help each other feed their families. So it's getting better. The mindset of people in Iran are becoming more hopeful that they don't have to pay, for example, $30,000 to just get a little bit of a meat. You know, my friends have gone vegan, not by choice, but because it's just too expensive. So I was saying that, hey, you know, in hardship there is a good lesson. So you're going vegan, but also I'm sorry that you're going vegan by force of somebody else. That is not okay. There should never be any conditioning by anybody else. Nobody has that choice over anybody else. So therefore, there is a feeling that there is that art and poetry and all the things that we try to keep alive and work it every day, these are going to be our resources to carry in our hearts so that we are inspired constantly to have that belief into the invisible, which is our love. And we always try to find it. It's already here among us. All we have to do is hold hands. And when the energy is shared across the globe, no hierarchy, no nothing no demon can rise above it. And that's the whole point. Demon can be where it is, just don't rise above light. So, we will,
Beautiful.
you know, the conversations are positive in Iran. Things are going, hopefully, to a place where people are not harmed and the governments can figure their own demonic words and bureaucracies out between themselves. Just go do your thing over there.
Kamyar, that is really, really great. And it just so matches what we've been talking about in here. The fact that the pandemic, to some extent, really taught us new ways of being inside of other people's shoes, taught us new ways of not otherizing, even those of us who thought we weren't otherizing, like really this understanding of the ways in which we really are, exactly, all of us, human first, and then everything else that we might be. Yeah, so it's beautiful to hear you speak from your perspective, your way of being in the world as a musician, as an Iranian American, as a younger person, whatever it is. It's so important that we're all sharing voices right now and hearing each other and being reminded as things open back up again, what it is we don't want to lose that we learned from being in this space. Can I ask everybody to do the beautiful, put your hands up on either side of your screen and hold hands with the person next to you, since we just got reminded to hold hands. There you go. That's a screenshot there. Everybody stay still. I'm doing it. That's beautiful. Thank you. So Kamyar,
Yes.
you mentioned that you produced 4 albums during pandemic time, which sounds a lot like some of our artists who, at first they didn't know what to do with not touring, and then they realized what they could do is like dive into production in a way they never can when they're touring. Can you tell us a little bit about your 4 albums?
Yes, absolutely. Last year when pandemic started happening and losing friends and just news every day as we all deal with, I had a wonderful friend who said, Kamyar, I think this month in March that you have to be home. I think instead of going crazy, here's a laptop that my sister doesn't need anymore, and here is a microphone that I don't need anymore, but it works. You can hook it up to your computer, and it works as just whatever you want to do, recording style. And download GarageBand. It's easy to learn. That's what happens every time that something new is introduced. It's good to dive into it and just keep experimenting with it if there's time allowing it. And as a working person, as a person who I don't want music or art dictate my days, I want to be a part of the field of beautiful art when there's time for it and when there's patience for it, because I like sitting with art and I don't like running by it. So, and I like doing other things so that I can appreciate art more when I come with it and for it. So as a musician, hearing songs in my head constantly all the time and never having laptop, I had to get it out of my system. So first album that I gave out, it was just the idea was that, I'm going to reach out to my Bandcamp friends, so whoever supported anything I've done with other projects, and say, hey guys, I want to write music, I have music, but I don't want to put lyrics on it myself. If you have a thing you read recently, if you wrote something, just one sentence even, I want you to say that I care about it. And we don't need to publish it, but I can send you music if you want to do spoken word over it, because I kind of wanted to do experimental music, but have it sound folklore and poppy, so it's connecting and not necessarily like oh, welcome to this exhibit of art. I just wanted it to be a living room music, but also something that can make a mind and eyes think and see different perspectives of different sounds and music. So mixing the live instruments of ukulele, guitar, melodica, daf, ney, little flute, and then all the plugins on GarageBand, pretty much, and the songs that I'm hearing in my ear. So I just lay the layers on the computer. I structure it like a dream of the song being played on a movie, because I always write music with a movie in my head always. So I can say that I'm more of a movie script music writer and not necessarily trying to get into publishing or production of anything. I just want to be paired up with something, another beautiful magic to kind of bring it higher to a higher level. Because I worked in music business for a while and it was so depressing and ugly. I was like, nah, art is beautiful and elevating and inspiring. Art is not this. Go get your office on the 7th floor of a tower. Good for you. I like my living room better.
That's
So,
awesome. Your CD or your albums, whatever your Bandcamp music is
yeah, it's
definitely
on
like being,
Bandcamp.
yep,
Yeah,
it's like being in your living room. That is one thing I noticed the very first time I listened. And
that,
we
that,
actually have Kamyar's Bandcamp link in the chat. And I totally recommend that folks go ahead and check it out, listen to it, support Kamyar and his beautiful art. And Kamyar, I think good job on sticking with the art end of it and not the business end of it. So I would love to ask you if you would sing it again before we actually close the doors today. And I hope actually that next time when you come, we can actually maybe get a tour of all those beautiful instruments you just mentioned. I think it would probably be a learning experience for some. I know some of what you mentioned and not others. So we'd love to hear more about that next time. In the meantime, before you start this time, can you just confirm the line that you're going to remind us how to sing? We are supposed to hold that repeating it under you, or we sing it only when you sing it?
well, here on the chat box, I'm just doing a cheating right here. Whoopsie daisy. And I see that Deborah Cooper says Breeze of a New Spring. So I'm thinking right now we just all should sing Breeze of a New Spring in English with the melody that we just did for the song. So let me practice it because let's see how it works. Breeze of a new spring. So we're gonna play a little bit slower, than a little, give it more space. Breeze of a new spring. 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 It's all about holding in the sheet. It's all about holding in the sheet. It's all about holding in the sheet. Breeze of a new spring. Breeze of a new spring. It's all about holding in the sheet. Hold my dead soul, yet shaman. Hey, my hold it so. Saram so ye vegan. Jonah see me, no ma oh she yonan, Congo say. Okay, go, don't shave, hold me again.
Thank you, Kamyar, for letting us be the breeze in all of our hearts, and for letting us be the bees on the flowers, and for letting us be the flowers in the breeze. It was completely beautiful, an amazing journey, and it was really neat to sing in Farsi as well as then in English. Can you give us the line in Farsi one more time so we can carry that back
Yes,
out in our heads?
I'm actually cheating, and I am thankful to for Deborah Cooper's sentence. They translated to "breeze of a new spring." And I thank you for writing that. That helps me actually translate it. That's a beautiful, like, maybe I said it, I don't know, because I didn't really work on the translation when Joe asked me to play yesterday. I said, okay, and let's play this song. I haven't worked on it, but Breeze of a New Spring, that was the line in English, and then Ta Bahar Del Nishin. I'm gonna type it again. T-A Bahar.
Can you sing it to us once more?
Yes, absolutely. Whoops. Bahar. I don't know why my computer thinks it knows Farsi better than I do. I don't know why computers think that. Are they supposed to be that smart? They're not supposed to be that smart.
I think we're supposed to be smarter, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Ta Bahar Del Nishin. Okay, there you go. Ta Bahar Del Nishin. And they're arrogant. So we play and play, keep singing until their arrogance kind of wipes out, goes away. So, Ta Bahar Del Nishin and Breeze of New Spring. Yes. Breeze of a New Spring. So, breeze of a new spring. Breeze of a new spring. Breeze of a new spring. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Breeze of a new spring. Ta Bahar Del Nishin. Breeze of a new spring. Ta Bahar Del Nishin. And YouTube link is there. You can listen to the song and keep doing the back vocals. I love doing that in my head when I'm listening to the song in the car. I imagine just many schools, many people, like thousands of people just singing Ta Bahar Del Nishin, and the main vocals doing the vocals. So you guys do the Ta Bahar Del Nishin in the car. It's really fun.
That's great. Thank you so much. So yeah, the YouTube link is actually a version of the song that you can practice.
The original version, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you
sang
so
by the
much.
Singer. Yeah, the artist that sang the song, I'm sorry, I should pronounce it. Banan, Ostad Banan, an amazing vocalist from back in the time of Iran, which this song was born 70 years ago, and this year it made sense to me. So good music is always timeless. Don't worry about the timing of it. Just attend to it when you can. And I did that this year with this song, and I learned a lot. And I appreciate you letting me play it today.
Thank you, Kamyar, and thank you so much for listening to the spring and turning some springtime sounds into music, both in here and in whatever you're working on now. So let's all shout out Kamyar. Thank you so much. And also a shout out to Katie Abadou, who is running the tech for us today. Gonna say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for being here. Please join us tomorrow for the Montreal amazing folk traditional Quebecois group Le Vent du Nord, who are going to come in and sing a song with us. I believe their first virtual appearance as a band since the pandemic started. So please be here to join for that amazingness. They are Juno Award winning, incredible friends of mine for the past 10 years. And I can't wait to introduce them to all of you who don't know them. And all of you who do know them, I know you're going to be here. So thank you so much. See you all tomorrow.